This is a special edition of Neil News Network. This episode features some of the work that Neil McNeil has been doing with 5 elementary schools in the area over the past 2 years.
The program is called Student Success Learning Network, and the theme of this project is renewing mathematics and coding.
Teachers from Immaculate Heart of Mary, St. Nicholas, St. Maria Goretti, St. Joachim, St. Dunstan, and Neil McNeil have worked really hard to introduce coding to elementary school students.
In this episode, we'll talk to some of the students and teachers about their experiences.
Let's get started.
Okay, this is Mr. Hill here with Mr. Kelly, and we're at St. Nicholas Elementary School, and we're just doing a little follow-up for the Neil News Network on the Ssln project that we worked with this year. Just a little bit about the project. We had 3 sessions got together. The first one was about math and coding. The second one was about games and coding. And the third session was a celebration of all our projects that we worked on with all these students. These students from St. Nicholas are here today to talk a little bit about some of the work that they did over the 3 sessions this year. Okay, so we're just going to start out by asking the students to introduce themselves, so we'll work our way from the left over here. So just tell me your name and your grade.
My name is Kirsten and I'm in grade 8.
My name is William and I'm in grade 8 as well.
My name is Lawrence and I'm in grade 8.
My name is Bernadine and I'm in grade 8.
My name is Jared and I'm in grade 8.
Okay, perfect. What a great introduction. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to get started by talking to some of the students about their math projects. So our first question is for William. So William, can you tell us a little bit about one of the math projects that you made in Scratch?
I made a coin flipping simulator. So basically, like, if I were to click a certain button, it'll make the coin flip, and it'll either land on heads or tails. And that basically relates to probability.
Can you tell me about one game project that you worked on?
Well, I worked on a chasing game, which basically I use like coordinates to make my sprite go to a specific thing. And I used variables to keep score of how many seconds you stayed alive for.
Yeah, Bernadine, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the stuff that you worked on?
I worked on a Pong game, and I also used coordinates to place the main sprite, which was a Pikachu, somewhere on the screen. I used variables to keep score of how many times a ball hit a placement on the game. The higher your score was, the better chance you had at winning Pong game.
So last couple questions here. We're here with Lawrence, and Lawrence is going to tell us a little bit about one of the games that you made.
Yeah, I made this one game called Quads, and your character, it shoots up, down, left, and right, and the objective is to shoot these red people who try and touch you, and if they touch you, you die. And basically, you have to try and prevent that, and after a few seconds, there are waves, and it gets harder as they spawn faster.
So, and Callum, do you want to take it away with the last question?
Yeah, I'm here with Jared and I'm going to ask him what was the most fun part about making a game.
The most fun part of Ssln coding was meeting people in the 3rd session and making the games.
I think that's a wrap from St. Nicholas, but yeah, I just want to thank you for all your hard work and your enthusiasm, and honestly, we had so much fun being a part of this too. So thanks from Neil McNeil, and we're out. So we're checking in here with St. Maria Goretti, and so they've been doing some wonderful things for the Ssln project, and unfortunately Mr. Crombie's away today, but he left 2 of his finest students. Can you guys introduce yourself?
My name's Sunita.
And I'm Alan. Okay. So these guys have been working on, now is this your 2nd year working on the project?
Yes, this is my 2nd.
So can you tell us, Sunita, about one of your math projects that you made?
One of my math projects was about mean media mode. So if you, the whole process is to find the media of the number. So you just put the different types of numbers inside it, and it'll automatically convert it into the media.
Cool, good. Alan, can you tell me about one of the games that you made?
So one of the games that I've been really working on for like a few months now is this game called Virtual Runner. Simple goal, dodge the spiky balls, get the crystal. It didn't really turn out, and in return a lot of people loved it. And some of us actually got like a really good high score count and a lot of good wins. So I'm really happy that my game inspired a lot of people to keep going, and I can't wait to see what I can do in the future.
Cool. So I have a follow-up question with that. So even though it's a game, did you use any math involved?
Yes,
Is there
a
any math
lot of it.
involved? Okay.
Since a lot of it involved coordinates and Cartesian points and translations. Because around the time I was working on this, it's good. It was also convenient that I was learning about the Cartesian system and coordinates, translations, tessellations, and that's how a lot of the things move in the game.
Now, one of the things I know that's special about Maria Grandi and the Ssln is that you guys started a lunchtime coding club. And
Yes.
You guys have been running that for. So can you tell me a little bit about what happens in the lunchtime coding club?
So in the lunchtime coding club, after we eat our lunch, we just all line up by the library, and then myself or Mr. Kami, we let them in. Then we set up the whiteboard, we set up with the smart board and the projector. So then when everyone gets their laptops, we'll be ready, and then we can just do an introduction to the games and how to code.
Does everyone work on their own game?
Yes,
Yeah.
everyone works on their own games, but you can also pair up with other people and do like a collab like that.
Cool, so you're a collab, eh?
Yeah.
Nice, cool, sounds good.
Some of us even made tiny game studios in the process.
What do you mean, and what does that mean?
Like some of us, we just dreamed of those tiny studios. All of us had curators, managers who worked on the level design. One of us would work on the characters. One of us would work on the programming, the music, and all of those would be essential into making a really well-programmed final product.
One final question here, and I know that you know, after working with this for a couple years now, what are the next steps? What would you like to learn after? Like after you learn a little bit of Scratch, what would you say? What's the next step for you? What do you want to see?
Well, I'd like to learn like one of the written coding like that, so like Python, C++, or even JavaScript.
How about you, Alan?
Honestly, I want to do the same thing. But I don't want to set my hopes way too high. Python, C++, all in my mind. I want to also work on a tiny bit of robotics.
Cool.
Do a little bit of stuff, tinkering there. I'm already building a custom computer to work with my games and stuff, and to do gaming myself. And I want to see. I'm really excited to see that pull off. I want to like end up making maybe a robot by the end of grade 9, or make another better game than this by the end of grade 9. I'm really excited to see what the future holds.
Amazing. So you definitely have to come to Neil next year. Okay. Thank you so much, Alan and Sunita.
It's been on.
And thanks so much, guys. And yeah, this is Maria Gretti signing out.
Hi, I'm with the students of St. Joachim.
I'm Beatrice.
I'm Michaela.
I'm Louise.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Naomi.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Josiah.
And I'm Mr. Cutledge. So, what is this thing, and who's controlling it?
This is called Sphero, and we use code on these iPads to control it. So you can make it move whichever way you want, and there's tape that comes with it. And if it's sensitive to tape, it'll go a different direction.
And what about this?
This is called an Ozobot. You can use your phone to an app on your phone to control it. You can change the color of the eyes, or you can make it use some sounds. And you can.
Interesting. And I heard you guys made this robot. What does it do?
It's called a gyro boy, and it uses something called a gyro sensor so that it can lift itself up by itself and move. We control it using this iPad.
Students of St. Dunstan, you introduce yourselves?
My name is Gabriel, and I made a 2-player soccer game.
My name is Brandon, and I made an algebraic expression math game.
And could you tell us a bit about your games?
So basically, one player uses W, A, S, and D to move, and then the other player uses arrow keys. And then you basically just burst them in a game of casual soccer.
And about my game, so once you click the green flag, I'm gonna write the wrong answer, so I'm gonna type in 2 and just click enter, and that's wrong, so it's gonna add 1 to wrong. And then I'm gonna click it again. I'm gonna click the right answer, which is 0.5, and I'm gonna click enter. It's gonna add to correct.
Right. That's it.
Hello, my name is Alexander Matis, and I was one of the teachers
for the coding workshop. I incorporated it back into my classroom because I noticed the benefits that it gave to the students who were working on it. It's very hands-on, the students are glued to it. There's a lot of variables in coding that they use, and I tried to create a math connection in terms of fractions. Some of my students even created games, formulas such as trapezoids, and most importantly, it's very hands-on and very engaging. That's what I truly enjoyed about coding. I would love to do it again next year.